Craft, brews, and casual conversation. Slap my ass and call me Shirley. My name is Drew.
And I'm Rob.
What do you want to be called, Rob, when you get your ass slapped?
Cobra.
Cobra. This is Dudes with Brews on a Porch. We're drinking a fancy-ass stout thing.
In a fancy-ass glass.
Cue the intro.
Oh, it's been a while, man.
Fuck.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with Brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
You messed it up really badly. What's his name? Phil is fucking going wild on his rubber chicken that squeaks. He used to be afraid of it. Now he loves it to no end, and it brings me
Joy?
lots of joy.
While you sleep?
Rob, you it's been a minute.
It's been multiple.
We haven't seen each other in a while. We were going to record last week, but it just never
Didn't materialize.
didn't happen. It was busy times. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good.
It was good. Did you give
had a
thanks?
good Thanksgiving. Hung out with the fam.
Cool. Good. Before we diverge into that, let's talk about this beer. And this is a very special beer this week, Rob, because this is a beer that I went hunting for. It was like I was like one with the deer hunters. I was looking and looking and looking, but I couldn't find the sweet spot, the sweet stuff. And then I posted on Facebook. I said, "Hey, if anyone can get me this beer, this Glazer Beam from Karben4, only sold at Kwik Trips." Which Kwik Trip is predominantly a Midwest convenience store,
Yeah, I think come and go if you're not in the area.
or Casey's,
Or
something like that
Andy's.
along those long. Yeah, I don't know.
What do they have in Finland?
Fuck if I know. John, give us some help. What's a good convenience store in Finland? If you have a Kwik Trip in Finland, man, you're lucky because it's an awesome place. You can get whatever you want at a Kwik Trip. I love it. They partnered up with Karben4, one of my favorite breweries in Wisconsin, and one of my favorite establishments is Kwik Trip. So they made this Glazer Bean because they have the Glazer donuts. It's glazed donuts similar to that of Krispy Kreme.
But they named it after you, really.
Yeah, spelled a little bit differently, but you can only get this, Rob, at Kwik Trip. I went to, I think, about 5 or 6 Kwik Trips.
So all of the ones within a mile.
In 4 different cities. There may be more. No, because I went to 1, 2, 3. I went to 3 in town. Carissa looked at one in Oshkosh. I looked in one. I worked for it in Menominee Falls, and then the middle of these other places. And one of the employees, Rob, walks by me with a 4-pack of it, and I go, "Hey, where are those?" And she's like, "Oh, I think we're out." No, there's one in your hand.
Did she give it to you?
No.
Wow.
She didn't give it to me. She was harvesting it. She was hoarding it for herself.
You know she's
And
going to
that is
sell that on the black market later.
Piss poor customer service, in my opinion, which isn't the Kwik Trip way.
It's not.
One bad seed. I'm not gonna taint the legacy of Kwik Trip because Kwik Trip is absolutely amazing. But then I posted on Facebook, said, "Hey, if anyone can get me this, I will forever love you." And my boy Ray stepped up, sent me a message. He's like,
Weird that you just said that you don't love Ray right before this.
Shut up.
I'm just joking, Ray.
Ray's the man. I actually used to be Ray's boss. So I must not have been a super shitty boss for him to go out of his way to he found them at his local Kwik Trip, drove them all the way to my house. And he lives in a different city, and he put them on my porch.
See, that's the Kwik Trip way.
He's like a beer Santa.
Yeah.
Like he, of course, I paid him back, but my gratitude is forever.
Yep.
So Ray, thank you very much for doing this. The
Thank you,
Glazer
Ray.
Bean. The Glazer Bean here. What's faster than a speeding Spinosaurus? More powerful than a gaggle of grizzlies? And able to leap intellectual chasms in a single bound? You, after a can of Glazer Bean. At least until the caffeine wears off. Until then, get up and get after it. So this is brewed with Karuba coffee. which is
man.
exclusive to, I think, well, maybe not exclusive, but it's the Kwik Trip coffee.
That is the Kwik Trip coffee.
Yeah,
yes.
Karuba. And it's made with a hint of the glaze off of their Glazer donuts. Hence the Glazer being the artwork is awesome. I love it very much. It's
very interesting. It's kind of got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibe with a donut.
Yeah, I'd say that. You can see it on our Instagram. So follow Dudes with Brews.
Interestingly enough, the arms and legs are green, and then somehow, like, are the eyes green, or is that that looks like a pair of green glasses?
Green glasses. So he's like a Star Trek guy.
Interesting.
5% alcohol. Not sure on the ABVs, but this is pretty good. This is pretty fresh. Let's take a dive into it. It's a stout, so it's darker. It's got
It says on there, "Be fresh, drink K4."
Did you try it yet?
Nope. I was waiting for your intro to be done.
No,
And it was a great intro.
That was a long
It was
one.
worth waiting for.
Dave Jackson would approve because we're actually talking about the beer.
It's got a interesting smell to it. What's up, Phil?
It's pretty. I'm gonna say it's pretty standard stout. It's got some coffee to it. It's very. It's
Can
light.
definitely smell that Karuba.
Yeah, and I drink Karuba coffee very,
been going-
very frequently.
You know, I switched to Speedway for a while because it's close.
Yeah,
But now that I got my new job and I'm starting that, I stop at the Kwik
Oh,
Trip
yeah.
in the mornings.
I like Collectivo coffee and I like Karuba, and this is good. It's good. I like it.
It is good.
It's lighter. It's got a
You
lighter
get that little,
mouthfeel.
yeah, you get the sweet taste with the stout. You know, there's a little bitterness to it, but it's overpowered by the. You know, it's like the coffee bitterness with the sweet Glazer glaze, topped off with that stout, and it's good.
And if you are ever in the Midwest and you see a Kwik Trip, I urge you to stop and just embark in the experience.
Just check out what they got. They got it all.
Everything you need can be found at Kwik Trip. You might even meet your next best friend, your next lover. Who knows? Your next enemy.
Yeah.
Coughing a little bit, a little backed up, Rob, because we discussed it before. I'm on this Me Runsy adventure, and I've been amping it up a little bit. And I ran a hard 2 miles today. I ran with the intention of running faster at a faster pace, maybe to build some endurance.
You got a marathon coming up, right?
Half marathon in April. So I did a little 2 mile run, but I did it faster than I would normally do because you want to pace yourself.
Faster than the average Drew.
Yeah, faster than the average Drew, which isn't that fast, but I did the first mile in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. And then I really slowed down because I made a turn and the wind was just fucking against me.
That'll do it, yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. But I did it. Averaged about 8 minutes, 20 seconds. It's pretty good for 2 miles, for me at least. And then yesterday I ran about 4.25 miles. And everyone can see these.
4.25?
4.25, 4.25.
Dang.
And everybody can see these adventures by listening to the sounds of my girlfriend throw something in the garbage and then push it all the way down. You can
like someone should when they throw something in the garbage.
She could have waited. It was an Amazon envelope. It wasn't like it was like rotting things. Oh, shut up. All right.
She says that's a great comeback though.
No, we're not gonna.
Not gonna air it?
Don't give her any credit, please. Anyways, you can follow me, Ronzies, on Instagram. You know, trying to better myself and do this. So yeah, and you can also get me Ronzies shirts on our.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What does it say on it?
me Ronzies. It's the logo.
You got a little slogan on there?
It's got a unicorn on there. It just says me Ronzies.
Well, we got to come up with a snappy. I push the garbage all the way down. Later.
Later. Yeah, I mean, possibilities are endless, Rob. We could do something like that. No, on
Hashtag slash tag slash me runsies.
that'd be great. A great shirt. Thanksgiving, I signed up for a turkey trot. That's like a thing that people do apparently on the day that you like stuff your face. The morning of you go run. It's a pretty popular thing. Happens all over. Festival Food puts it on.
So there's a whole weird running person community where people run before they do normal activities.
Right? Yeah. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. But I
You're
signed
part of it.
I signed up for it. I signed up for the day before, Rob. I'm I'm going to fill out the forms. Carissa was going to do the dog jog with Phil, and she took Ashton along. It was a 2-mile little stroll, 2-mile walk. I'm looking at the paperwork, and then I see like, okay, there's a 2-mile option, there's a 5-mile option, and I'm looking for the 5K option. But guess what, Rob? There wasn't one. There was only 5 mile or 2 miles.
So you did 5.
I did. I signed up for the 5.
Jeez.
I signed up for the 5, and then whatever. You know, the furthest I ran, last Monday I ran 4 miles. I was like, I can do another mile. You know, not too bad.
Just another mile after 4.
Yeah. So I do it all, whatever. And then they go on the loudspeaker at the day of the event, and they're like, the 5 mile starts in however many minutes. I make my way up front. I'm looking at people's bibs, and their bibs don't look like mine. Like mine had a red stripe. Theirs all had green.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Here's the starting thing. I'm at the starting point. I look up, and the thing on the banner on the starting point just says 2 mile. And I was like, wait a minute, where does the 5 mile start? They're like, on the other side of the high school. And the high school is pretty big. It's a big high school. And I was like, shit. And then I hear overhead the fucking 5 miles starting in 60 seconds.
So you had to get there.
So I had to haul my fat ass all the way around the fucking building. And then it started, and then I took off with them. I had a running start.
Yeah, you got to run into it.
Yeah, that's what I did. And then I did the 5 miles in 47 minutes ish.
Yeah,
not
sounds
too
like
bad.
sounds like a great way to spend an hour.
Oh, 47 minutes. I got a pie afterwards.
I guess that's some motivation.
Everybody got a pie
You
afterwards.
take it to your Thanksgiving dinner.
I ate it myself.
I would.
Fuck those people.
You
I'm
need,
just-
you need a reward because you just ran 5 miles.
Yeah, that's right. That was my pie. That's not their pie.
Was it?
I earned it.
Was it pumpkin?
Pumpkin, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I earned it, Rob.
Whipped cream?
Ain't no. I just ate it raw.
Well, that's what I did this year too.
Ate it raw?
Raw.
Raw.
Raw pie in it.
Oh my God.
What? Where?
Hold on. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. It paused. So we made the joke. I ate raw pie. You said raw pie in it. The delivery was flawless, and I didn't catch it because I
Paused it.
sorry.
Whatever. I was.
God damn it. Anyways, yeah, I earned that pie. I ate it, and then we just did your rather typical Thanksgiving things.
Yep. I did the same without the running, which is very abnormal in my opinion.
Did you go Black Friday shopping or Black Thursday, as they say?
I did not.
So you're a good person who doesn't go do that.
Not anymore.
You're not the reason people are going to work on a holiday where they should be spending time with their family.
I try not to even go to the gas station on Thanksgiving.
I was one of those people, Rob.
I know you were.
Yep. And yeah, it is what it is.
I actually almost used.
Consumerism.
I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but whatever. I almost used you as my excuse to not go to part of my family's dinner. I was going to call you and say, invite me Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
But instead, I went to my family's dinner. It was a good time.
That's good. That's good. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my week. But yeah, I've ran some fair amount of things. I came across a post on Facebook, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. Let me pull it up. So, pretty much the gist of what it is about having that one, that teacher in school, high school, whatever, middle school. You always have that one that you kind of have the hots for, right? So this person posted, remember that one teacher you had a crush on growing up? Well, I just saw mine today, and she told me that I'm a very attractive man. Not sure whether to give my 7th grade self a high five or be totally creeped out.
High five.
I agree. I agree.
Take the compliment, man.
Take the compliment, and like in a sense, like I feel like you wear it with a badge of honor.
Yeah.
You showed them you got attractive.
Yeah, the person that touched your little 7th grade eyeballs on the cusp of your manhood, just gave you every indication that
You did it.
yeah.
I wish I was told I was attractive every once in a while, but it doesn't happen.
You know how I feel about your attractiveness. Everybody on the podcast knows.
Rob asked me if I could switch bodies with him, if I would, and I said yes, and he said he would too.
So doctors,
I don't know why.
neurosurgeons, whatever it takes, get on that.
I don't know why though. Why would you want this? It's a lot to carry. It's gross.
I think I think you're right in the perfect part of the curve of how human specimens should look.
I don't think so.
That's just my opinion.
I don't think so. Well, thank you. Thank you for your opinion. It's nice to hear some kind words every once in a while. Some
Don't talk to the person in the other room. I'm right here.
she's just over there.
He's fishing right now. I thought we were doing a podcast, but apparently Drew's fishing.
Fishing. Speaking of fishing, you said you had some thoughts, some quarrels or something with sex dolls.
Yeah, I do. I heard something about sex dolls and it got me thinking about sex dolls in a different way today. So
you've thought about sex dolls previously in a
I think in a
perverted sense?
In the sense that when sex dolls come, not like they come up all the time, but, if the idea of somebody having a sex doll somehow makes them...
Well, Whitney Cummings, just her last stand-up special, she had a replica sex doll of herself on stage the entire time.
Well,
kind of weird.
Oddly enough, I was watching The Toys That Made Us, and one of the CEOs for, the Barbie Corporation, in the background of her shot, had a rubber sex doll suit laid out on a chair.
Really?
And it looked very real, but it looked like a deflated sex doll.
Gross.
Okay, so let's talk about that reaction. All right, gross, right?
I'd say an inflated sex doll is gross as well.
Doesn't
matter.
And that's what we're talking about now. Normally, here we go. Yes, here we go. And Carissa, feel free to listen in and then come in.
No,
here
this podcast is between you and I, Rob. We're not talking to the other person in the room.
But I'm addressing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing it subtly.
It's cool if I do it. Or
If you have an
cool if I
opinion
do
on
it.
what I say, because we need a female perspective on this.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, the normal reaction to if somebody walks up to you and goes, "Yeah, man, I got my sex doll." You think in the back of your head, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't think that they should be ashamed of themselves.
Okay, well, but you just said gross. That's shaming somebody.
In my opinion, I wouldn't get one. I don't know if that's what they're into and they're whatever.
Okay, so let me see if I can change what we're the conversation on sex dolls here.
Are you going to give me to buy one?
No, not at all. You don't need one because you're in a healthy relationship. But what I'm talking about here with sex dolls,
I'm celibate.
Now, this is okay. We won't address whatever.
I've turned over a new leaf, Rob, and I've decided that
God is the way.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say I was a born again virgin, and I've declared my. I want to wait till I find the right one.
You're not going to get a 7th grade teacher again.
No.
There's nothing that's going to make.
That didn't happen to me.
It's not going to. I know, but we all have a teacher that when we're on the cusp of our masculinity that pushes us over the edge. You're not going to get that again.
Teacher.
It doesn't have to be 7th grade.
No. Okay.
It could be kindergarten if you're David Duchovny. But
yeah. Anyways,
okay. So I decided because of the reaction to this sex doll thing that. I just heard a couple people talking about it, and one person brought it up, not as though they had one, but the conversation turned very negative towards them, towards sex dolls. So it made me think, you know what? I want to take the side of the sex doll for a second, or the person with the sex doll. If you're a guy with a sex doll, And this was a girl talking that was very negative. I would think personally that a girl would, if you go on a date with a guy and he's like, yeah, I got a sex doll, that girl should instantly go in her head, all right, this guy's practicing. I don't need to do much moving. He'll get himself there. I can just lay there. And the shit's going to be okay.
If the connection's there, right?
Do the connection. Well, clearly the connection doesn't even need to be. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm talking in the mindset of a woman here. And Carissa, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not? No. I'm wrong about that? Yeah. Okay, I'm wrong about this. So it's gross for a guy to have a sex doll?
I wouldn't say it's gross. But it's a red flag.
Raises red flags. I just think,
I don't know if that would raise a red flag, but
does it raise a red flag for a guy to go out and get notches on his belt?
Yeah. What if what happens when these dolls become more and more intelligent, Rob, and then they become self-aware? And they're just like, no, you're using me for this kind of stuff. You don't bring me flowers. You don't whine. You don't dine.
Well, then I think that they take themselves off the market at that point.
Phil. Yeah, maybe.
All I'm saying is I decided to try and look at sex dolls from outside the box for a second.
Well, doesn't everybody have to look outside the box of a sex doll?
I don't know.
And then you open the box.
Does it come in a box?
And you have a sex doll. I would imagine. Yeah, it's got to come in a package of some sort.
I guess it depends on the quality.
They just drop it on your front porch and there's a mannequin looking thing?
I guess I always imagine it came like a pool floaty device.
I guess, yeah, it depends on how intricate of a device we're talking about here.
You're going with a $6,000 latex.
Yeah, it's not just going to be like some like inflatable thing. It's going to be the real deal. First of all, if you're spending $6,000 on that, that is a huge red flag. That is a huge issue. Like, how much you pay for that thing? Oh, yes, man, that's $6,000. Had to take a small loan out.
Oh, I only paid $600 for my car, but
yeah,
this is important.
That is 100% a very big red flag.
And I'm not saying it's not. I was just like, try and take the argument side less traveled. I'm not trying to talk anybody into getting one or doing that. I'm not even trying to say it's a good thing. I'm just saying
the purchase of a sex doll is going to stop somebody from doing devious acts. Then I would be for it.
I guess, in lieu of roofies, I think that's a better.
Yeah.
But I guess I was just trying to say maybe people with sex dolls aren't just thinking about themselves.
Yeah, they are.
They're thinking about the person they're going to be with in the future.
No, because no one's going to be with them in the future. That's why they have a sex doll.
Okay. All right. I stand corrected, audience.
I mean, I don't know.
All right.
Well, what's the difference between a sex doll and a vibrator for a woman?
We need to get a woman in on this conversation.
You want to talk about that? Okay. I mean, I don't think we've ever really talked about this topic on the podcast before.
No, I don't think so. So if a woman drilled a hole in a piece of wood, stuck the vibrator in it.
Stop.
That's the same thing, right?
No.
It's not.
It's just as red flaggy, I'd say.
Okay.
Ugh. That sounds painful.
I didn't want to go too in depth of what you I don't even know what you would do because I'm not a girl and whatever, but
I don't know.
I thought we're going deeper into this than I thought. I was just literally the reaction to.
Why would you need a piece of wood? They make ones with suction cups.
I was trying to think of something solid. I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sitting in a room filled with pieces of wood, so I was like, solid? Oh, that's what's solid. It's a go-to solid material.
Wood?
Right? Yeah, I feel like it is.
Yeah. I don't know where to go from here, Rob.
Once again, we talked to, and like I said, the really like disgusted tone that came out of this person made me go, that seems a little harsh.
Some people
Seems
just
a
aren't
little
into it
harsh.
in the end. I mean, it's to each their own.
Yeah.
I don't think you should shame someone for what they do behind closed doors, as long as it's not like chaining someone in the basement.
And possibly the other, like Dan Harmon, he admitted to buying a sex doll. That's where I came up with the figure $6,000. That's what he paid for his.
Really?
I believe that's what he said, yes. And now he's married. Been married twice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not saying he's the poster child for normality
No.
or for anything at all.
And Harmontown's over.
It is over, and it's sad.
But we gotta take in that void. We gotta fill that void, Rob.
It would be great. It's the conversations like this that are going to do it.
About sex dolls?
Yeah. About thinking outside the box.
Thinking outside
Changing
the box.
the way we think about people and
Okay.
things.
Yeah. All right.
I might be wrong about everything, but who knows?
Yeah. So
What else are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
Work.
Work? Yeah, you started your new job.
It's going great. My fingernail's going to fall off pretty soon.
Yeah, you broke your finger.
I didn't break it. I just
Fucked it up.
Stuck it in a fan.
Was this the first or second day?
Second. Second day on the job. I've now gotten 3 workman's comp doctor visits.
Yeah.
Every time I feel a little bit.
You should do like add things to it. Be like, hey, while I'm here, I got this cough.
I almost did today.
Really?
Yeah.
You should have.
I have this weird noise in my ear.
Is it a voice?
But it's
What's
like,
it telling you?
it's not a voice.
Is that what it's saying? It's saying, don't tell them it's a voice.
Sometimes. It's a windy noise. It's like it's a weird throbbing wind noise
All
in
right.
and out. Yeah.
What's that? There's an X-Files episode where like,
Oh yeah. Drive
I don't know.
with Bryan Cranston, where he has to drive or his ear explodes.
No. There's like, it's early in the first season where it's like, like the machines just say kill.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
the dude's
That one's
like-
called Blood, actually.
ATM. Kill.
Yeah.
Here's $5.
Kill 'em.
Kill
Kill 'em all.
Kill them all. We'll give you the money.
Such a weird episode.
Kill them all by
Yeah.
Metallica. Great album.
Was that out at the time? I think there was some integrated marketing going on.
I think Kill 'em all is pretty old record, I think.
Yeah, it is. I guess
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah, it was
I don't
around.
know this stuff, but that's a show about subliminal messaging, subliminally
Messaging
you to buy Metallica albums. We just unlocked a conspiracy.
I like it.
Yeah,
Do you think subliminal messaging
David
works?
Duchovny is Lars whatever. He's such a
Lars-
good actor. He makes himself a foot shorter and a great drummer.
a lot. Yeah, he's the drummer. I was James Hetfield. I was thinking.
Who's
Singer.
that?
The singer,
Oh, okay.
guitar player.
Yeah. Hey. Oh.
Do you know what Metallica is? Okay.
She said, "Nod."
I texted her yesterday about the Dave Attell and Jeff Ross show, and she's like, "Who's that?" And I almost
Get
dumped-
up on stage and ask them about what we talked about
I
in
almost
this episode.
dumped her. I said, "How dare you not know these legends?"
Jeff Ross, a legend, you think?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. He's the Rose General Master, dude.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
But he's the best at it. Who cares if it's the only thing? He's the best at it. He's funny.
I mean, I'm not famous, so I can't say anything, but Dave Attell is a far higher level.
Jeff Ross has good stand-up. Has good jokes.
Jeff Ross can make fun of people. Bully. Cool. You're a bully.
But he does it in a creative way. He's funny.
Yeah, you're a creative bully. Great.
All right. I interviewed him once. He's really nice.
Okay, you're a nice bully. Great.
A nice bully? Is there such a thing?
Apparently Jeff Ross.
You just go like,
Shoes are untied. Let me help you with that, bro.
yeah. Hey, you fucking scrub. You got a stain on your shirt. You look like shit.
Here's a tide to go.
Here's some club soda. just dab it for 5 minutes. That's what we should. That could be a good little bit, a good like movie. The nice bully.
Yeah.
He punches you, but then takes you to the hospital, to the nurse's office.
Sounds like a 1990s sitcom. It's nice bully. He's a paradox.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. No one saw the hand gesture I did, but imagine you're watching a 90s sitcom. 3 camera, filmed in front of a live audience with a laugh track.
Laugh tracks suck. That's why the Big Bang Theory is fucking dumb. Not only is it just fucking dumb, the laugh track adds to the dumbness. Do you like the Big Bang Theory? Fucking stupid.
Well, thank you for letting me answer, but yeah, it's not on my favorite show list.
That's just
for
my
sure.
opinion, of course. Just my opinion. If you like it, a lot of people do, so my opinion is in the minority, and it is what it is.
I kind of nothing it actually.
What do you mean?
If it's on, I don't know. But I'm not going to turn it on. I wouldn't say I dislike it. I wouldn't say I like it. I think it's worse to nothing a show than it is to dislike a show.
Okay.
Because if you dislike a show, at least it's eliciting some kind of an emotional response from you.
Rob, how do I not live for the weekend?
Get a job you like.
Okay.
That's the easy answer.
How do I change my perspective onto making myself understand that I'm doing something for the greater good?
Are you?
Probably.
I probably didn't help with your quandary.
Why?
Because when you say, how do I make myself believe I'm doing something for the greater good? And your friend goes, I don't know. Are you though? But I would say actually that's the wrong answer. Get a job you like is the wrong answer. Don't live for your job. That's how you don't just live for live for the weekend. You don't live, you go to work.
I work to live. I don't live to work.
Yeah. So you go to work, you come home, forget about it.
I do.
And then be happy.
But there's just a period where it's like, man, like I think about it sometimes. It's like I wake up at this time. I have to spend this time getting ready for work. And then I go to work, spend the 8-9 hours there. And then I come home and I only have like a handful of hours to myself before I fall asleep because I got to go to work the next day. There's a drive back. I just want to make it so I don't live for the weekend anymore. I mean, I've been doing things like running and got the podcast and that kind of things to look forward to, but I just don't. How do you?
I don't think it's going to come down to what you do when you're not at work. It's going to come down to your mindset about work.
When I'm at, I appreciate my job. I like what I don't like. I don't necessarily like it.
That's not the issue here.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the job, but I just want to find more meaning.
You know what? This is an interesting. I'm glad you asked this because this is something I did also want to talk about. Sorry, I wasn't talking to the mic. I caught do you know who Simon
Cowell?
No, the guy who did Hot Fuzz.
Simon Pegg.
Pegg. All right, you know Simon Pegg. You like him, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's in a movie, and I never saw this movie, and I didn't see it now, but I saw the last 15 minutes of it. Changed my life.
Outstanding Fear of Everything. Shaun the Dead.
I wasn't Shaun the Dead. No. How about you let me get to it and then make your guesses? This is why you.
This is why we have a podcast, Rob. This is the casual conversation aspect of it. We throw in jabs in there to make people laugh. And I'm trying to make people laugh.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I blew up.
All right.
But I don't like it when... I'm just kidding.
But this, like, I saw the last 15 minutes of this movie. See, I do this podcast to make people try and think.
Okay.
Silence.
Am I supposed to say something funny now?
No, I was just going to
Because
say.
last time I tried to do it, I got
I just said
verbally abused.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
And I got the stank eye.
Did I stink at you?
No,
Okay, good. Whew.
somebody did.
Oh,
It was Phil.
Phil's always doing that.
Phil's a mix. He's probably got a couple rounds of inbreeding on there, so I think it's more of a kind of a lazy eye.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I should have said that. I'm sorry.
I know. I thought it was a little harsh, but that chicken he's got really kind of sounds like a baby crying. Just throwing that out there. But so anyway, the Simon Pegg movie was I saw like the last 15 minutes of it, and I'm gonna spoil it for anybody before I even tell you what it is because I don't know what it was. But essentially, he gets into some program and he's trying to become happy. Do you know what movie I'm talking about yet? Mm-mm. And at the end so he goes and he meets up with like his old best friend who's a woman from when he was in like high school or something, and she yells at him about not making a move on her back then, and then they put him in this machine that measures his like brain waves, and they're trying to quantify happiness. And there's this really cool professor, old dude, like the scientist that's doing this experiment, and at the end he's giving this speech because while Simon Pegg it has this thing on his head, he's like his emotions are being blocked, but then his wife calls him and he like breaks down and is honest with her about everything, and it kind of does that movie thing where it flashes all of his thoughts that he's having. Yeah. And it's like good thoughts and bad thoughts and thoughts of like pain and suffering and happiness and joy and sorrow and like crying and he's kind of like opening the floodgates, and like they show how it's like showing up in his neuro pathways on the screen. And then the scientist is giving a lecture to sum up the movie, and he's like, you know, the pursuit of happiness is what gets in your way of gets in the way of happiness. So let's not focus on the pursuit of happiness and focus on the happiness of pursuit. And I was like, it was really crazy that I saw that 15-minute snippet of that movie because I was like really actually I was thinking about how trying to make myself happy drives me to never be able to attain it.
Happy, but
it's, you know, the idea of happiness. But it's still the same thing with what you're talking about now. Like, oh, how do I not live for the weekends?
My only sunshine?
Stop trying so hard. I don't know. I don't know the name of it.
Piney, the Lonesome Pine. It's about a pine tree. Was it that one?
I don't know.
Slaughterhouse Rules.
That must be it.
Mission Impossible. Ready Player One. He's in a lot of shit. He's an Ice Age.
He was the star of this one.
It sounds like it might be My Only Sunshine. I don't know. Sounds like an interesting movie.
It was the 15 minutes I saw was good. Very thought-provoking.
That's not it. Did you ever see Paul?
No.
Okay. About an alien.
I know what it is, I think. Yes. It's got an animation in it.
Yeah, the alien's animated.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, fair enough. I just have to find meaning in what I do. Right?
If that's what you take away, yeah.
Okay.
For me, I personally, I think trying to find meaning in what I do is what constantly puts up the barricades that makes me never be able to find meaning in what I do. I just need to do what I like and not care about the meaning.
Okay.
That's me. I think we're all different, though.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
It's not funny, but it's...
Who's laughing?
I'm not saying... That's what I'm saying.
Is the voice laughing in your head again?
No, it's not funny. That's what... Like you said, we're supposed to be making people laugh, and I apologize because this isn't a funny conversation.
No, we invoke thought and that kind of stuff, too. My shins hurt.
That chicken was good. This is what we have to focus on.
Yeah.
Pain and good chicken.
Pain and good chicken. A thing that I recently, and I think we touched on it a little bit previously in a previous episode, but I now have a greater knowledge of the history of truck testicles.
We did talk about this once.
It's very interesting.
It is super interesting.
Two guys claim they do it, claim they invented it. They absolutely hate each other. One guy went to the point of starting like essentially an Amazon site for truck testicles.
Yep.
And he tried to include the other brand, his competitors, nuts on there too, and then he got sued over fabricated testicles. Rob, do you think?
Well, that's because one set looks like golf balls, and that just ain't anatomically correct. The other ones actually look like testicles.
Do you think the sex doll industry is like this? There the originator of like the sex dolls and is like, I made this. This is my thing, and you think it gets intense like that? A lot of bad words are said about each other.
I don't know.
If you worked for a sex doll factory or company, would you admit to it?
Yeah.
You would?
Why is that? Like, yeah. So what? I machine sex dolls.
You think it's just like an assembly line?
Yeah, probably.
Could you imagine, like, just going to a designer and describing, like, I want to hang testicles off my car?
I couldn't imagine that. I also couldn't imagine being the person that
Buys one?
like
Buys a pair of testicles for their vehicle?
well, I heard that there was somebody that wrote on because I like listened to a thing on this. Because it is really interesting once you kind of delve into the history of truck nuts versus truck testicles or whatever. The other
Truck
brand.
nuts is one of the brands.
Yeah.
It's like bull balls or something. was the other one.
Bull's balls.
Yeah.
So when you like get into it, like after like 15 years or 10 years of feuding, somebody like just went on their little like Reddit site and was like, I used to love the idea of truck nuts because it was fun, but you guys have pretty much taken all the fun out of it. End statement.
Do you think the older model cars have like ones that drag on the ground?
Oh, you could get them that drag on the ground. Oldsmobile, they all like they won't. They don't even fit unless they hang on the ground in an Oldsmobile.
One's a little lower than the other one.
Pick up a lot of hair, gum.
It's weird what people will put on car. What could we invent that would like be?
I think we
like,
talked about this, and it's all been done. Like somebody actually did
eyelashes,
hood-
mustaches.
Somebody did hood titties. Yeah, and it was outlawed, I believe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they try to outlaw a couple states. I think have outlawed truck nuts.
I mean, unibrow. That'd be kind of cool.
Just a line.
Just a unibrow. No, it'd
Hairy.
it'd have to be curved,
Have to be like a little hairy.
like a surprised unibrow,
yeah.
or like a rock unibrow. Where you get that? Do you smell what the rock is cooking?
You have a
unibrow.
unibrow?
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to explain the eye movement.
sure, sure.
Like so, the unibrow has one side up and the other side not up.
Okay. If you could put like a body part on your vehicle, what do you think would best like describe, would best fit the character of a Cadillac, of your Cadillac?
A nose up on top, stuck up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little pretentious.
yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I drive a Hyundai Sonata. I think I would put like a double chin on it.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. Because I just feel like that's what it would be. Maybe
What
something
about organs? Like a pancreas? For the large intestines on there.
What a butt? Has anybody made a butt for a car?
I'm sure that
We got the nuts. Let's put a butt on there too.
Let's do it.
A truck butts.
Truck
Bug butts.
Bug
Bug
butt.
butts.
I don't know about bug butts. I like truck butts better.
Truck butts. Truck nuts. Truck butts.
Yeah, they'd probably sue you for copyright infringement
That's
just
an
on
Truck butts.
by being too
With a
close.
Z,
Yeah.
P-B-T-T-Z.
The Z was a big deal. Yeah.
What could we invent that's like so small, so little, like so just like
A yo-yo that's like yo-yo nuts
instead of just like balls
with a Z. Then we get sued for that too.
nuts. I don't know.
I think we need to not talk about truck nuts and then come up with something.
Okay.
But anybody who has not looked into the truck nuts war, do. It's funny.
fascinating. It's pretty funny,
hilarious.
too.
It's so funny.
These guys like, and like when they interviewed, like,
Who
they would
came
ask
first?
they would ask the one guy like a question. He'd be like, well, I heard this, and like, yeah, that's just part of that dude's like fucking agenda to try,
it was like-
to slash
it was-
my name.
It may not have been the first, but it was definitely like the first super public all out blitzkrieg on the internet site, like
For balls.
Yeah, using
fake
like,
balls.
going on and making like fake accounts to make bad comments on the
Right,
other
the
person's
other guy did,
sites.
yeah.
Yeah, like you'd think that would be like a diamond company would do that or something, you know, like
That's why I need a field recorder, because I need to talk to somebody's thought process on when they decided to purchase truck testicles, like why they wanted them. Why did they choose the color they chose? I really need to get into the mindset of this type of consumer.
I can give you an idea. You
I'm
want to ask me
interested.
some questions?
Yeah. Okay. So, sir, you drive a Cadillac. Why are the balls green and stubby?
My car's got balls. Big balls.
Who did you vote for in the last presidential election?
Don't matter. My car's got balls. Big balls.
That's all.
You don't fuck with me because my car's got balls.
Do you think that could be an insurance claim? Like you get a little fender bender, but it's like, oh, the bumper's $20 to fix, but who's gonna replace my truck testicles?
My balls got insurance. Insured my balls. My car balls. Big balls.
Oh God. I imagine the people that even have truck nuts probably don't.
I
even,
see them all the time still.
I see them all the time too, and they probably don't know how to read.
And I'm really not trying to make fun of them, although we're clearly making fun of them.
Why wouldn't you make fun of them?
There are some people that, because like that one comment did really kind of sum it up for me, where the person was like, this could have been a very fun product, funny. A jokey, like fun product. Like here's
like a gag gift,
a
but you
gag
don't-
product,
Like
but
the joke would be like, I bought these balls and I put them on somebody's car as a joke. I could get that. But these people most likely did not have that situation happen. They
no,
purchased
people, yeah. When you see
testicles.
when you see somebody on a Wednesday with
Yeah.
balls on their vehicle,
When the balls what's like a faded blue, they've been hanging on there for a while. Like, it's not. They've been there for a while. Like, is it just
when
the
they're
longest
dark
running
blue,
joke?
yeah, when they're dark blue, they haven't driven their car in a while.
Low on gas. I mean, it's just super interesting to me. I never knew like the world of fabricated testicles could bring me so much inquiries. And joy.
Something I found a long time ago was that no matter what, every product you see in the store,
has been purchased by at least one person.
Well, most likely, and I guess I'm not talking about like spatulas and shit like that, but when you're talking about like anything that's like any weird thing that you see in the store, like somebody buys it and there's probably more to the dynamics, but everything in the store is made and there's a competitive market for it.
Right.
Therefore, there are people having conversations like, how do we get our balls to market faster than their balls? How do we make our balls bigger than their balls? How do we make our balls more realistic
They make
looking
bike
than their
balls now
Do they?
to hang off your.
Is it down both sides?
the seat.
One goes left, one goes right.
That would be great. No, that hangs off the seat. A little sack.
Can you put stuff in it?
No, they're just fake
Just
testicles.
aesthetic. All
They're
right,
smaller
all right.
though. So I don't.
Somebody should make a fanny pack.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever bought?
The weirdest thing I've ever bought. Wow, that's a interesting question. Like by my definition or by somebody else's definition?
Yours.
I
Like
don't-
what's something like out of the ordinary that you've purchased and you like with. I don't know. With the.
I can't even. I know that there's plenty of things, but I'm like blanking on something that like I know from an outsider's perspective, I spent like, and I shouldn't necessarily say I spent, but I've got like 5 handboards that costed like $85,
Handboards, like
which
the,
are little skateboards that are bigger than tech decks.
Oh, tech decks. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
right.
So these are handboards, and I have a lot of fun with them, but most people think they're very stupid.
I just dropped $70 on underwear and socks
See, but it was worth it.
because they're all MeUndies.
MeUndies, yes.
So
I
comfortable.
actually I washed. I did my wash, and I was like I refolded all of like I reorganized my underwear,
Yeah,
and so I counted them. I have a lot of MeUndies, and I paid a lot of money for that underwear. That's a pretty expensive underwear collection I got
It's an
going.
investment.
It is an investment.
It's not just a purchase.
I will say
It's an
this:
investment.
my cotton underwear has wore out and I've been wearing it. I canceled my subscription like a year ago. They are all as soft and as bright as they were the day they came.
I gotta go through my sock and underwear drawer because I have a lot of ones. I have a pair of boxers that's like ripped all the way down except for like a little bit, and I still wear them. I don't know why, but I do.
I've got
It's a little breezy down there.
I've got some pairs that are ripped in ways that make underwear useless. Why wear underwear if it's ripped this way? That kind of thing. And
Sure.
why do I have them? I don't know. I haven't, but I don't wear anything that like at when I worked at my old job, I tried not to wear my MeUndies in there because I didn't want them to get
Stained, dirty, like super dirty.
I worked with oil and stuff. And
Yeah,
go through the
you can't really get that out.
Yeah, so
Hard to do.
I was a little bit more careful. But
Fair enough.
When you up your underwear game, you got to think about things like that. And we have both upped our underwear.
I just need
game.
more, which is why I have more coming in the mail.
And what's so great is that you get them on a month by month basis
Right.
to your door, so it doesn't seem like you're spending outrageously on them.
I just bought a lot on Cyber Monday.
Oh yeah, was there a sale?
Yeah.
We should have recorded last week so we could have advertised.
The nice thing about MeUndies, Rob, is especially with the running, like when I wear cotton boxers or whatever when I'm running, my ass is so damp. It's so dank. I'm pleasantly wet and moist. It's a definition of dank. So I got a dank ass. And it's incredibly noticeable. Like I sit in it and it's gross. I don't like it. But with MeUndies, my butt is still sweaty. But you know what? That micromodal, it like absorbs it. You can see it.
It's not like cold. Yeah.
No, and it's not cold, and it's like I like yesterday after my run, I was just like I kind of like did a little butt tap to see how wet. I was like, this doesn't feel gross.
Yeah, you can't stop yourself from sweating, but you can make the sweat feel like home. And MeUndies feels like home.
I agree. The run I did today, I was wearing regular boxers, but I was wearing MeUndies socks, which actually are a lot more comfortable than
I have not upgraded my socks yet.
socks are great.
I'm afraid to actually because my socks rip very like I.
Yeah, I got mine too.
So let me know if they hold up, if they're durable like the same way that the MeUndies are.
I've worn a couple of the pairs, like a lot, and so far they're holding up. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
We've come full circle, Rob.
we have come full circle.
Phil once again is ravishing his chicken, and the time has come to say goodbye. We drank a chocolate Glazer coffee stout from Karben4 Brewing. It is the Kwik Trip series Glazer Beam. Rob, are we going to drink it or are we going to dump it? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drink it because it's gone.
I gotta say, you don't think to yourself, I want a great beer. I'm going to Kwik Trip, and
Right.
drinking this beer. We went in our conversation places we normally don't go either. I'm gonna say we drink it, and I liked it.
Then we
Loved it.
explore the depths of our minds.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, Rob. So thank you so much for doing this. We'll be back to some normal activities. Still setting up. I've been in contact with this person. We've been trying to set up an interview with this person, and we've been talking to him. It's gonna happen sooner or later. It's coming.
All right. And I will try and get more involved in the next few interviews.
No, that's fine. I probably should work on not being so controlling and
We need to
running my mouth.
get the splitter for the headphones. That would help.
Agreed. I can get one. It's on Amazon. I mean, it's fucking easy.
But we'll figure it out, and I'll speak up when I have questions.
Yeah. Unless
but
I'm
yeah.
talking. I'm just kidding.
Well, see, you're good at interviews. That's the thing. Our listeners would agree.
Yeah. Maybe. But okay.
All right,
Who's barking right now? That was Phil barking?
the chicken.
All right. Phil, the porch pooch. He's gotten huge.
He has gotten very big. His head is huge.
He has grown in size, but unfortunately his brain has not. He is still as equally stupid as the moment I met this dog.
He's gonna tip your couch over pretty soon when he runs.
Dude, he
and jumps,
moves it
just-
back.
yeah,
He moves it back. He just comes full blown. And part of the problem is half the time when you're laying on there, he just comes and fucking slams you.
Yeah, he's got some power to him.
He's a brute. And he's brutally stupid. He barks at his own reflection. He like gets in fights with his reflection. Thinks he's tough.
But he's still awesome.
Yeah. His testicles are getting removed. Maybe, hey,
That'll help.
That's what we can do. Fake nuts for dogs. So the ones that are neutered, they think, you know, they lost their livelihood. But no, you put on some fake balls and then they're like, holy shit, it's back. It's back.
I like it.
And now they just don't, you know, they're not pregnating any other dogs. And then you have more
Can we make
problems with strays and all that stuff.
Can we make him 16 inches? Drag on the ground.
I feel like Phil would eat his. Like that's probably what he would do. So yeah, well let's contact someone. Let's get it in the works and let's make what would we call them? Dog Nuggetz.
Yeah.
That's the name of this episode.
All right.
Dog Nuggetz.
Dog
All right.
Nuggetz.
Keep it real.
Pew pew! Audio. Goodbye, everyone.